Shalom, Israel. This is Office of I.S.U.P.K out of South Carolina, Greenville, I.S.U.P.K. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. In 1969, Commanding General YAHANNA, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up, and indeed, the 12th tribe of Israel. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're not a part of any other Israelite group. We're not affiliated with them. Matter of fact, if you're not under I.S.U.P.K, under Commanding General YAHANNA, you're not under the truth. This is Friday night class. I would suggest that if you're not under the truth, grab a flyer, go on www.ISUPK.com. That's what we're on my sleeve right here, right there, and get in class. Log in. When we're out there preaching out on the streets, get a flyer from one of the brothers and come to class and get logged in. And you can come to our call our camp on the flyers that we pass out, and you can get a chance to get in class. This is the Lashawan Qadash class where we teach Paleo, Assyrian, Paleo and Assyrian. Wa means and, of course. And then we're going to go over some vocabulary. We're going to go over the dates. We're going to go over some sentence structure here, like we talked about last week. Sorry, it's a lot here. And hope you guys enjoyed a full week. But that's what we're getting down in the Lashawan. We'll make the class relevant, and we'll go over some Tanakh reading, or just simply some Bible reading. We'll break down some of the sentences that's in the Bible that's relevant. I think I'll use. I think I might have used this before, but I'm going to use Lamentation 4:18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go into our streets. We'll break that down in Hebrew. That's Lamentations. So I'll write it up here. So before we get into the date. You log in, guys, and find your place in class. I think it's, what is that? Lamentations 4:18. There we go. And that's what we use for our springboard for our Lashawan Qadash class for our sentence structure when we get ready to break down some sentences here. But before we start, what we're going to do is let you know what day it is, the date, month, and the year. Like we talked about for every class, to be consistent. Grab a book. Simple dollar store, doesn't cost that much. Grab a book. Write it down. Write down what I'm saying. That way, you've been in class, you can repeat these and be repetitive over and over and over and over again, and have a good idea of what we're studying. We're studying the week, of course, the month, and the year. We'll always go over that so you guys can get an understanding of how to say that in Hebrew. Okay, of course you say, we're going to start off by saying, the day 6 day, or you can just say day 6. Why don't I just take the off and just say day 6 of the week. And day 6 of the week, of course, it's a Friday, but we call it Shasha, like this, okay? Sha, like that. Of course, we're going to do this every class because it's going to have a different date. The day of the week is going to be the same. That's what day it is. It's always going to be on Friday, unless they change it. And we'll go to the day of the month, of course, is the 10th. And we'll go through all of that. We'll show you how to say day 10 of the month. And we'll show you how to say the year 2020. That's important when you do some conversations. Then we'll go over some vocabulary, and then we'll keep on going until next week we'll go over something different, but I'll always go over the month, the week, and the day all the time. We'll always do that. Okay, day is translated, of course, Yawam. That's what it is. That's Y-A Yawam. Urge you guys to get in class. The whole point of doing this every week, the date, of course, before we moved on, it don't take but a second, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15, it's so you can be consistent. The more you're consistent with doing this, of course, the more repetition, consistency, the better off you'll be. So we'll say Yawam, Shasha, and of course, day is Yawam, so day 6, or we can say, I guess we can, let's see, day 6 we can say Yawam. Of is Shal. Okay? Ha. Okay? And of course what we've been using over again is Shabawai. Sha-ba-wai. Okay? Day 6, or we can say the day if you want to say, if you want to put it back in here. We can say the 6th day of the week. The 6th day, the 6th day of the week. So we'll say ha. The 6th day of the week. That's ha yawam shasha, yawam shah, ha shabai. So that's how you would say that in Hebrew. Of course, the month, we'll say that over again. Day is, we'll say Yawam. We're being consistent. By now, you guys should get the hang of it. But the point is, that's the point of it. So when you see somebody saying, Ha Yawam Shasha, Yawam Shal Ha Shabawai, that's Hebrew. In well, we speak Paleo in Assyrian in our captivity. That is Hebrew for the 6th day of the week. Okay? Shasha being 6, which is normally Friday. And of course, this is the 10th day. We get down here to month. Day 10. And what is 10? I-Shara. 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 The 10th. And then of course, we'll say Shal. We'll say Ha. And then we'll say month. If I'm not mistaken, it's Qadash. Yeah, that's what it is. Qadash, just making sure. I don't like to say something, didn't misquote myself here. Qadash. But that's what that is. So in the month, we say Yuwam Ashara Shal Ha Qadash. Well, sorry, we get another A. Just getting in a hurry there. There's 2 A's in Qadash. There we go. Yuwam Ashara Shal Ha Qadash. When you say that, people are saying, oh, that's the 10th day. When you see here Yuwam, you know they're talking about day. Asherah is 10. We went over that about 3 weeks ago. Of course, we go over it every class. We go over the number system in some form. That's why I do that every class. Yuwam Asherah Shal Ha Qadash. And of course, we have year. The year. We can move this down a little bit right here. The year. You say Ha. Of course, we're going to break it down and say the year 2020. That's how we do it. And Ha, Hashanah. 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 Okay, there it is. So we say the year. That's how you say year. If you want to say years in plural, you say shanayam. But in this case, it's the year. You know, the year shana. Hashana. So, excuse me for 1 second. Pop the shot. Before we go on here, let me see. Make sure something here. Yeah, there it is right there. Lashawan Qadash class is broadcast. Yeah, instructor. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So we say, okay, the years, Hashanah, then over here, we'll move our little boards out of the way there for our breakdown Hebrew. And we'll say, I-S-H-A-L-A-M. But in this time, we're going to put a yam on it. Yam. That's how you say 20. So really, what you're really saying is 2020. I said 2002 1 week, but that's not right. 2020. So it's 2020. Well, really, what you're really saying is 20,020 when it comes to the American way of saying the year. So that's what we say, 20,020. Okay, so we say Asheram, Asheram, that's plural, that is the number 20. Then we say Alap, Alap, okay, 1,000, Alap. Then of course we repeat it again because we're saying 20,020. You know, that's just the way America says it. There's another way I could say it if I wanted to say this in 2020, but I don't want to say it that way. I want to say it the way we have it in our captivity here because that's how they pronounce it, 2020. So to make sense, we have to pronounce the word correctly. Asherah Yam. Just like that. Okay? To go over it again, Lashawan Qadash class, Paleo, Wa, Assyrian. The day is the 6th day of the week. Ha-Yawam, Shasha, Yawam, Shal Ha-Shabawai. That's the 6th day of the week. We say Yawam, Asherah, Shal Ha-Qadash. That means the 10th month, day 10th of the month. Day 10 of the month. Well, that's what it is. Or we can say the 10th day of the month. We can put a ha in front of this and say the 10th day. And over here we put the year 2020. See, we have Adrian. Glad to have you, sister. Class. Put Adrian here. Always come to class. Checking in from Charleston. It's a long way down there. We go down there and we have camp a lot. One of these days, that's how willing we'll go down there and do it again. So, to reiterate, Adrian, some other people listening to class. Like we said, each week we'll do this again and again. We'll go over it again, so we'll understand how to write week, month, and day. And it only took us like, I don't know what, less than 15 minutes, but we'll do that every week. So you'll get used to being able to say the date in Hebrew. Let's go over it again. We'll say the day 6, or we can say day 6, or the 6th, or day 6, day of the week, or the 6th day. Man, let me turn that around. I got this kind of backwards. The 6th day. Let's do something different here on this one. Sounds weird there. Why don't I do this? Why don't I say the 6th day? How about that? Ha-sha-sha. Yeah, there we go. As long as you understand it, there we go. Ha-sha-sha, Yawam shal ha-sha-bawai. Ha-sha-sha, Yawam shal ha-sha-bawai. That means the 6th day. So ha, write these down. So to begin to talk Hebrew, you want to talk Hebrew, let's learn some of the words. Let's learn some of the cognates. Let's learn to stand. Ha, the. Let's learn some of the prepositions. That's what this class is all about. Shasha, 6. Day, Yawam, of, shal, the, ha, shabawai. Of course, we'll do this every week, and then we'll get ready to move on here in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just want you guys to make sure you write it down. For people who have not viewed for the first time, we're learning how to write the date, the week, the month, and the year. That's the date, the week, the month, and the year, so you'll understand that. And then the month, we say Yawam, Aishara, Shal HaKadash. That means day 10th of the month. It's the 10th of the month. Next week it'll be the 17th, and we'll go over that. But Aishara is 10. Yawam again here is day. Shal is of. And then we'll have Ha is the. Month is Qadash. C-A-A-D-A-S-H. Then, of course, for the year, in captivity here, we say 2020, 20,020. We don't say 2020. So we write it like we say it in paleo. I'm sorry, in captivity here. Because in our Syrian language, they pronounce our sounds and gave different characters for it. How worse can that be? So we say the year 20,020. So ha, the, there it is again. So sort of repetition. I try to pick this for repetition. Ha, the year is Shana. Asharam. I-sharayam. I-sharayam. 20 is I-sharayam. Remember that? You add a yam on the 20 and that makes that 10. That makes it plural. That's how you get 20. And then you say 1,000. Well, you know, I wrote 1,000, but for all of our viewers that know how to write 1,000, spell it, I'll spell it out to make sure so you guys understand. But most people know, but I don't want to leave anything uncovered there. So we'll say 1,000. There you go. So 20,020. Ha, Shana, Aishayaram, 20,000 is alap. In some cases, you can say alapyam, that's plural. But in this case, we're going to say alap, so I'll learn better. And then Aisha-yarayam. Aisha-rayam. So if we got that down, we'll move on to something else. I'll erase this off the board. I hope you got it. Give you about another 10 seconds. We'll move on to something different. We'll move on to some, let's say, vocabulary. And then before I get to Lamentations 4 and 18 right there, let's move to a little vocabulary. Didn't get a chance to do some of the vocabulary last week. We're going to try to pick up some vocabulary every week so we'll have an understanding of how to write words. Because with those words, of course, you can put them in sentences. And it doesn't get any better in Hebrew class where you can learn all of this in class for free. Commanding General YAHANNA just gave the go-ahead for us to teach Lashawan Qadash class. So that's what we do. I've learned it. I'm passing it on to you guys. Don't be slack in class. Participate and learn what you have to learn. So I figured you guys got this down already, so let's just kind of erase this. Every week you're going to get the date. That's the week, month, and the year. Okay? So let's erase it off the board. Move on to some vocabulary. So you can have some words in your repertoire. One of those fancy American words, a repertoire, whatever that means. I guess it just means so you can have a pick or have a variety of words to choose from. So when you get ready to put them in a sentence, until you begin to put together sentences, you'll have something to choose from. That's what it's for. That's how you build up your vocabulary. I mean, it takes time. It takes me time. You know, that's how we do it. Okay? Lashawan Qadash class here. Well, here again, I'm Precinct Officer I.S.U.P.K, Officer 50 out of Greenville, South Carolina. And that's what we're doing tonight within Lashawan Qadash class, Paleo, Assyrian. Paleo and the Assyrian of it. So let's get into some Paleo and Assyrian words right now. Let's get into a word like if you're able to do something. Let's write it down. Let's write the word able. A-B-L-E. Let's write down the Paleo and Syrian for that. That's what we're going to do. Able. That's one of the words. Able. That word in Hebrew is called yakal. Yakal. Spelled like this. Y-A-K-A-L. Okay, now that's when you see that word yakal, and of course, let's find out how it's spelled. That's important. Yakal. Let's spell it. Let's spell it in Paleo first, in blue, like this. Well, that's black. Wrong one. Okay. Let's go blue. Simply because I have it on the board there. Then we'll say ka. That's the ka. Then we'll have like that. Then we'll put the connectors on there. Remember, in Hebrew, for these vocabulary words in Hebrew, you always have connectors. So you say Yah, it's an independent connector, looks just like that. Upside down U, Yah, and add these, don't forget to add these to your notes. Add them to your notes, guys, that we're learning in class. So you'll understand every time you pick up a word, you'll have another word to use in your sentences. So let's put we'll put the Assyrian and the Hebrew back up on the board. So if you guys get stuck, there it is, right there. Woo. Yeah, there we go. There. Okay, Yah. Then we want to put a dependent connector right here. Now, what does that mean? For first-time students or students who have it, to make sure. To make this sound correct, you want to say Yah. Not yak, all. You want to say Yah. Why do you want to say Yah? Because on the board over here, if you notice, we'll break it down for you. If you notice right here, you see the Yah right there, Yah. There we go, Yah. That's the sign for it. In red, that would be your Paleo. That's what I'm writing right now. So Yah. That character sounds out like Yah. It sounds on its own. We don't say Yak. There's not a Y-A-K up there. Now I can join that if I want to, but in this case, you want to say Yah. So you want to make an independent sound out of it. Yah. And you do it by putting an upside down U. Then you want to say call. And where do we get that from? All right. We get call from here. Whoops. Not like that. Sorry. We'll take that out. I think I may sure this thing messed up here. Yeah, that's how we do it. Ugh. Make sure you spell this word right. Yuckles. Make sure you got it spelled right here. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I had it right. Yuckle. Boy, I say you haven't done this thing so long. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's right. It is that one. Your call. Okay. Make sure I had it on the board right. As a matter of fact, I think I got it backwards on the board here, so let me erase that. Yeah. And here, I had it wrong, so we'll correct it right here. I had it written down wrong. So let's do it, correct it right here. There we go. Okay. Now, we have Yuckle in Paleo Hebrew. And we'll break it down into the Syrian here. Let's see what it sounds like. And the Syrian doesn't need any connectors at all. The Syrian is just kind of straightforward from the old chicken scratch, you know. So let's do it this way. Let's go in Paleo like that. Yah looks just like that. Okay? And over here, it'd be that same symbol without the little chicken scratch in the middle there. But actually, that's the Paleo course in the blue. And the Syrian is right here. Okay? And then, of course, L, we have the L sound like this. There you go. It looks like that. So if you say Yah-Call on the board, it'll be the same thing. It'll be right here. Right there. Yah, right there. Ka, and then, as a matter of fact, they just happen to be all right by each other. Yuckle. That's very rare, but that's what that is. And so, in this particular meaning that we have for the understanding of how you write the Syrian, the characters just happen to be written beside each other. Yuckle. And of course, the blue is the Paleo, and below it is the Syrian. I'll try to do the Paleo in blue. Okay, that's able. Guys, have any questions? Type it in the chat. But that's how you do it. We're trying to get you used to being able to translate these on your own. Of course, you use the board. That's why I wrote them up here. Hebrew has 22 characters and 2 vowels, A and I. So let's do another vocabulary word. Let's use above. We're going to do some A's, and then we'll do some B's, and then next week we'll get into maybe more A's and B's and some C's. So write this down. Above. There we go. Above. Okay. And how do you say above? My aisle. You say above my aisle. Ma aisle. We'll put that over there so you can see that that's what it is. I'll make room for it over. My aisle. That's how you pronounce it. We'll break it down here. My aisle. Get it over here so we have some room for it anyway. Kind of like put it beside it maybe. Over here. Yeah. Just like that. And of course, that infamous L. Okay, that's Syrian. Okay? I'll put a little dot right here so you can see the difference. Okay, so above. So you want to say, man, I'm able to do something here. Or, man, I'm able to go to work. You know, that's the word you want to use. Able. Yakal. Okay? Translate. Yakal. And then over here in the Syrian language we use in the captivity, how they copied our sounds and used our characters. Didn't use our character. They made up their own character. And as a matter of fact, I researched and looked at the Yiddish nowadays. There's fake Jews used over there that took over in 1940 in the Balfour Declaration. Those fake Jews over there who really don't know who they are, if you ask me, trying to tell us who we are. We're the Hebrew Israelites. 12 tribes, 12 lost tribes. They try to use the Assyrian characters, but they can't really pronounce things right, so they put vowel sounds and vowel points and say some things like they're spitting and talking and have food in their mouth. It doesn't sound right because it's not the holy Lashawan Qadash. That's why. That's why. That's exactly why. That's why we break it down and tell you the paleo, the original, that comes from the Phoenician script, phonics, Phoenician, and of course Assyrian. And of course, let's go to the next word, ma'il. I'm gonna move it over some so you don't have to change anything, guys, on your notes. I'm just moving it over some so you could, I can have some room for translation here. Ma'il. Okay? So, let's go to it. Let's go to the Syrian first. The paleo first. Give you guys a chance to it. Ma'il. Okay? We can go to ma, like that. Okay? Ma. Then we'll use I sound. And then we use So, how do we say that? How do we connect it? We have to connect it. Remember, we got to use these connectors right here. These connectors. That's what that is. Those are connectors. Why do we use connectors? So we can say the word properly. If you don't do that, you don't really know how this word sounds. You got to use the paleo, the connectors. Smart language. Okay? So we say ma. Independent sound. Independently pronounced, independent sound. Okay? Okay, over here. And over here, we have to use a dependent connector. I'll. There again on the board. Ma. Right there. You see it? Ma. Right there. Okay? That's this right here. Ma. Then you use, where is the O? The I. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, right in front of me. I. The I looks like an O there. That's what that is. And of course you have La. That's right here. Ma'il. Above. So above all things. Or you can say above all holiness. Above all, make sure you get your holiness. You can say ma'il Qadash. And that's a way of, that's a little sentence there. Or you can say, I'm able to be above. Or you call ma'il. Give me a chance to write that down. I'm getting ready to write this Syrian here in a second. Okay? Now we want to write ma. Over here in the Syrian, we'll write like this. Ma. Okay? Then we want to write, we go over here to this O. Over here, it's going to look like this. Sort of like that. And of course you want to write the L right here, like that. Okay? That's the Assyrian. Give you guys a chance to write that down. For the word ma'il. Ma'il. Okay? If you have any questions, guys, you can write it down. Write your questions down in the chats before we get into Lamentations 4:18. We're going to interpret that and show you some things. Before we do that, we still have a couple more vocabulary words. We'll try to do some every week. And of course, if you guys see some vocabulary words that you want me to try to break down and say, how do you say this, type it in on the chat and I'll see if I can tackle it. Of course, if I can't, then I'll always type it down. I'll write it down in my notes and make sure I do it next week or at the end of class. I'll try, it's pending. So we're going to have a word called, we're going to have a word called accident. Here's one. Accident. We got above, able, and above. Let's write down accident. Accident. Okay. There we go. Accident. I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Gotta make sure we got some room here. I.S.U.P.K. Okay? That's how you say accident. Okay, give you a chance to write that down, guys. I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Okay? And of course, we'll over here, we'll say ah. There's an A. Ah. And of course we're going to say sha. Not sa, but sha. It's way over here. Ah, sha. We're doing the paleo of the word Ashawan or the word accident. Ah, sha. Then we're going to do wa. Ashawan. Then we'll say wa. Okay? Then we'll have to do the N for na. Ashawan. Right here. Okay, now let's break that down. Let's see what that actually looks like. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to put Ashawan. Back up. It's Asawan. Said it wrong. Asawan. So we'll have to change this character out and make it a sa, like this. And there's a sa right here. Be that sa. Right there. Asawan. Salakia. Asawan. Okay? Now let's come over here in the Assyrian and we'll say like this. Ah. Now remember now, I'm putting a line division in some of these so you guys can see the difference. There we go. That's a little better. Asawan. Okay, so we're going to say ah. Then for the sa, we'll have, it'll look like this. Like that. Sort of like this. Ah, that's a sa. I've seen it written a few ways, but in Tanakh it sort of looks like that. Ah, sa. And then you have to have a wa, so the wa will look like this. Almost like the last one, just like a little chicken scratch right there. We'll have something special going on here. Adrian and other people in class will have a na. So what should that look like? Right in there, is that going to be, what kind of N will we put there, Adrian? See if you can remember. A few other students. See if you can remember what kind of N that would be. It's going to be something special going on at the end of the Assyrian there. See if you remember. Type it in the chat. You know, you can't write the character itself because you don't have the technology to do that, I don't think. But just at least write what would it be. Which one? Matter of fact, I'll hold it up here. You have 3 N's. Well, there you go. 3 of them. You have the red one, the blue one, and the green one. Which one would it be? That's the Syrian N. The blue. The red is the Paleo, and the green is another character in Assyrian. But they're all in. So which one would it be? Right there. What kind of, and I don't want to confuse you, but just trying to see if you guys remember. I'll give you about 10 more seconds. What type of N goes there? It's a special N, special character goes there. See if you guys can write it down. Okay? And if not, I'll just go ahead and write it for you. Okay? It'll be this right here. This N sound will look like this. It'll be an ending sound. Anytime you see an N on the end of a word in Assyria, it's always going to be something special. It'll look like that. It'll look like an ending. That's the connector. So to go over the alphabet, that's what we're going over. So that's why I chose that one. An accident with the 1 on the end. It'll be that character right there. That one right there. That is the N that goes on the end of a word when you're using Assyrian, if you use an N. So it'll be Asawan. Okay? Now we'll let that sink in, guys. Write that down. And I'll erase it, and I'll do the B's and then the B vocabulary, and then we'll move on. Okay? Hope that you guys enjoying everything okay and understanding Lashawan Qadash. What we're doing every week, trying to do some familiarity. We're going to get into some more familiarity with this Bible here as we break it down. Some of the sentence structure. Okay? All right. So I'm assuming you guys got that. You've written it down in your book. You're taking your time. I'll give you about 10 more seconds here. We did able, above, and accident. You call, Ma'al, and Asawan. And of course, we translated in Paleo and Syrian. Give you about 10 more seconds to do that. That's important to always do different things from vocabulary and understanding your characters, understanding the number system, understanding we think we've done nations. We've done the Hebrew tribes, the 12 tribes. We may go over that next week again to try to repeat things. And then every week I want to have like a different thing on the board so we guys can go and learn. Okay? So I figure we're done with this. able, above, and accident, okay? All right. Now let's get into about 3 more words on the vocabulary, then we'll move on to Lamentations 4:18, as is written in the Bible, in the Tanakh. We'll see how it's written in Lashawan, Qadash. It's important. So let's write, let's see what we're going to do. Baby is gob. Baby is gob. Not gab, but gob, because that's how you pronounce it. Gob. Gob. And that's a pretty easy one to do. We'll say, if you want to say baby, like, you know, she had a baby, gob. So that's pretty easy. So we'll say gob over here in Paleo. Like that. Then we'll have like this. Okay. Of course, we'll need a dependent connector right here. Like that. That's how you write it. Gob. Okay. Now, Syrian, of course, you just simply duplicate it. Ga. Looks sort of like this. Sort of like that. Maybe a little slant, something like that. A little walkie man or something. Gob. And of course you write the B. That's it for baby. Gob. You gotta give you 5 seconds to write that one down as we go on. Gob. Okay? Then we'll have the word for bad. We're doing words in B in the vocabulary right now. Write these down so you guys understand that when I want to look for a word, you're going to build on a vocabulary list. So that's what you have. Right. Right. So over here we'll have raw here, and then we'll have let's see, yeah, we look like this. And then, of course, we'll put a dependent connect under there because we want the word, all the sound out the same. We don't want it to be separate. We want it to be the same. Right. Okay? So we have the word rye, meaning bad. Then we're going to have the word banana. I just kind of picked some words here so you can have a list going for you. We'll use, they had bananas back then, so there's a translation for the word banana. Banana. See if I got that spell right. Probably don't. B-A-N-A. Banana. Yeah, that's right. Banana. Okay. And that's ba. If I can remember. Banawa. Ba. Na. Wa. That's how you do that. Banawa. Okay. Of course, I'll write it down over here we'll say ba. Okay, then we'll say right here, you say the na sound. You say na, like that. Ba, na. Then you say wa. And then of course you have to use the H sound over here to make that happen. We'll write the connectors here in a second. Ba, na, wa. Okay? So, we have ba, na, and then wa, dependent connector. So we have independent connector, and then we have a dependent connector on wa, because wa sounds the same with the H. Ha and the wa, all the same sound, so we say wa. Okay? Ooh, that's wrong. Sorry. A shop. Let's use this one. How about that? A little better there. Wow. It's easy to do. But that's what it looks like in Paleo. Of course, Assyrian, you just simply go over here and just translate it the same way. We say ba, like that, and you say na. Because all I'm doing is just using the same characters, only just translate it that way because that's what it presents itself. The hardest one to get is the Paleo. Once you get that, the Syrian's a lot easier, you know. Ba, na. Okay, then we'll say wa, there it is right there. That one, ba, na, wa, then you won't have to use the ha sound. Don't forget that ha, because that's in there. Make sure you have that space in there for ha. And that's banana, banawa. So we have baby, bad, and banana. Or gab, rye, and banawa. So let's move on to, I'll give you guys a few seconds to write that one down, so you can understand what's going on right there. Banawa. Okay. Give it a few more seconds to write that down, and then we're going to move on to another segment in the class, and that'll be the sentence structure. It's always good to have that down. We'll spend a little time on the sentence structure. We went through dates so far. We went through vocabulary. And now we want to go through the sentence structure in a second. Of course, with the vocabulary is how you build your words. And next week we'll go over some more vocabulary. Because I don't want to get you worn out on this right here. Okay? So, we'll go ahead and erase this. Okay? All right. Now, let's get into, let's turn to it. Let's turn to, okay, good. Now let's turn to Lamentations 4:18. Let's see what it says. Trying to be relevant here. Let's go to our Bible. Let's find out what it is. Lamentations, the 4th chapter, 18th verse. Say what? Well, let's find out. It says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. And that's exactly what the oppressor's doing right now, hunting our steps so that we can't even walk on our street. Every time you turn around, you turn the TV on, some oppressor, some AKA white man, some AKA anybody other than Hebrew children of Israel, the 12 tribes, hunting our steps, especially the oppressor. Esau is hunting our steps daily. We can't even go on our own streets. We can't go on our own streets to do what we need to do. We can't even go to work. Give us a traffic ticket. Pull you over for no reason. Why? Because they're hunting our steps. Pull you out of the car. I mean, Most High is going to have to come back here and save his people. We the one need salvation. Nobody else needs saving from this mess because they're hunting our steps all the time. We're the only ones. We fit the prophecy, Deuteronomy 28. We fit that prophecy. We are the ones, taking us from our families. We cursing the cities, cursing the fields. Now, they're hunting our steps. So let's put that on the board. Let's find out what this looks like. Let's find out, when they say we're hunting our steps, let's find out what they look like in Hebrew. And I know I'm certainly going to try to do my part to write down. I'm going to write down a little bit of it. I'm not going to write down the whole verse, but I'm going to write down, they hunt our steps that we cannot go out in the streets. I'll put that much down because they have a perpetual hatred for us. That's why. That's what they do. That's what the oppressor does. They hunt. Okay. Our steps. Whose steps? The 12 tribes of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Hunting us down. Hunting us down so that we can't even walk, much less run. Hunting us down. George Floyd hunting them down. Eric Gardner hunting them down. Trayvon Martin hunting them down. The Mexicans on the border hunting them down. They kill all of our brothers. Murderers. That's what they are. They're a bunch of animals. Monsters. Beasts. Bama is called beast. Murderers, Ratazak. Devils, Shagai, Yums. Now we would have said that plural. In fact, let me write that on the board. Let me write this down. They hunt our steps. They hunt our steps. We'll get to that. That we cannot go or walk. I'll put, let's see. Let's make sure we get this right here. So we can't go. It says we can't go in our streets, so I'll use go. Well, I'll use the word walk also. We can't even walk. I'll use that also, but it's really saying go. That we can't go in our streets. Wow. I should have left some room up there. I did. So, but who's doing this? These people. This oppressor. The devils. White man. However you want to call it. And then I'm going to put over here, I'm going to put an S right there. We won't leave none of them out. We're putting it down. Let's qualify all of them. They're Shaga. That's what they're. I'm gonna put that in. You got no red. I'll put it in blue so you can see. Shaga. Let's open this up. We'll make sure everybody understands this right here. Shaga. That's what they're called. Shaga. Now, we want to make that plural, of course. We're going to say online, how do we want to make something plural? Let me know. How do you say, we're saying devil. The devil is Shaga. But if I wanted to make that plural, more than one devil, how would I say that? What character, what what possessive adjective would I use? Or what plural sound? I mean, what plural? It's a plural. When we said to make things plural, what would I put there to make this S true? Right there. We'll give you guys a chance. Okay? Give you guys, I'm looking for, how do you make devil plural? Shaga what? So write it in the chat. Let me erase this so I can go a little lower, so I can have some room to translate all this. Okay? That's what we're looking for in the chat. Adrian put yam. Very good, Adrian. All right. Adrian put yam. That's exactly right. That's what it is. Devils, yam. Them white people, white man, Esau, or Edom. Like that. Or Esau. That ain't changed since Genesis 25:25. So Genesis 25 and 25 chapter, when it was his brother Jacob wrestling the womb, first one came out red. They ain't changed. They still devils. Ain't nothing changed about it. Sister got it just right. Yam, devils. Make sure you put that in your notes. That's how you say devils. We're going to go over here. They hunt our steps. Let's see. They hunt our steps that we, and I'm going to put right here, cannot, I'll write it over again here, that we cannot go in the streets. That's what they're doing to us every day. I mean, what murderer would come and do that to us? Edom would, Esau would. He told his dad, what blessing you gonna give me for me giving him? He didn't want his blessing. What blessing you gonna give me? In Genesis. Well, he gave it away. The Most High, let's let us see it, that he gave it away. He gave his blessing away. He didn't want it anyway. So the Lord gave him the weapon. And that weapon he used to hunt us down in these streets that we can't go in our streets. So that's a sad scenario, but that's what it is. And you'll find that in Lamentations 4:18. They hunt us down there. Let's read it in its entirety. Let's read it again. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in the streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So I say get yourself an I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA. Established 1969. If you want to be part, get in one of these classes. Get in the ask a captain, ask of 500, 5,000, 500, 1,000, 50. Ask somebody. Get a flyer on the street. Get into these classes so you'll understand. I'm doing all I can on the Lashawan Qadash to show you that's what they're doing to us. So let's translate this. Let's find out. Esau, Edom, devils, Shagayim, the Shagayim, the Shagayim. Shagayim. Do I need to translate that? Yeah, I'll translate that last. Let's go into they hunt our stuff. Let's translate that. Guys, you write this down. We're going to put it in blue so you can find out. Hunting us down daily. Like we're nothing. Like we're cattle. Hunted Mike Brown down, shot him. For what? I mean, no reason. None of this stuff. I mean, so what? You're selling something on the street. Is that worth killing the man over? Absolutely not. Trayvon Martin. Man, just enjoying his night. Told his perpetrator to stand down. Did he stand down? No. These people don't even want to obey their own laws. So, then look what they're doing to our Hispanic people. Our brothers, our sisters. Look what they're doing to us at the border. Ak and Aklafs. Look what they're doing to us at the border. Putting them in cages, man, like they're some sort of animals. They're the animals. They're the beasts. So, we may write that down here in a second. They're called, they are. Matter of fact, I got room, I write down. They are beasts. That's atham bamayim. Bamayim. But I'll write that down in a second here. Let's go. Let's find out. They hunt us down. Let's see. What is they? The word is ta. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Okay, good. So words I had to get and make a conglomerate out of Tanakh, but it's tazah. Tazah. Wad. Ma. That's the ma gives that possessive adjective to wazaf tazah wad ma. Okay, and to hunt. They hunt. That's what that is. They hunt. Tazah wad ma. That's what that means. Our. Now our in itself is a, it's a possessive adjective right here. It's nawa. So that means we got to add it to something, right? Whose steps? Whose steps are they hunting? Our steps. That's the taza'id. Ta-za-id. Taza'id. Okay. But whose steps? That's how you write steps. But if you want to say taza, I, well, that means we're going to bring this nawa over here. Nawa. Okay? When you say nawa, possessive adjective, right there you go. Taza'id nawa. So you have taza'wad ma. Taza'id nawa. So far we have they hunt our steps. So not step, but steps. Let me make sure that's correct. I don't want to put nothing that's not in the Bible. Yeah, steps is in there. That's right. Matter of fact, we'll put an apostrophe right here. Steps. Our steps. Tazad Id Nawa. Tazad Id Nawa. You can put yam on there, but that's enough. It's understood when they say our steps. Tazad Id Nawa. Our steps. It's not our, it's automatically plural. So you don't have to put the yam there necessarily. You just, it's understood because it's our. It's not steps, one step. Like akad tazad, tazadai. There's many people, all of us, all 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all of us, they hunt our steps, man. They hunt us down like dogs in the street. That we, okay, let's finish this. That what? See, yeah, we got some time here, good. That we, that who? That we, okay, yalak nawa, that we, yalak, you gotta have that possession again, that we, yalak nawa. So that's an adjective. It's saying, it's like we, our, they, that's nawa. That's what that is. Okay? So our and we, us. That's nawa. Okay? So far we have taza watma, taza'id nawa, yalak nawa. There's another possessive adjective. That's why we call it sentence structure, because you can't really break down a sentence unless you use adjectives, nouns, verbs, like that's a noun, that's a noun, or actually really, hunt is actually a verb, I'm sorry. Hunt is a verb because it's an action, it's a verb. Lord, let's make sure we say that, that's verb. Don't mix that up with anything. They hunting us, that's a verb, they doing some action against us. Deadly action. But this is, there again, we're in Lamentation 4:18, right there. And we're writing an excerpt. That means a small writing out of it. An excerpt of Lamentations 4:18. They hunt our steps, man. That we can't walk in our streets. Okay, let's finish up. Let's do some more. We cannot go. Cannot. And we'll say cannot. We're going to use, for lack of better words, I'm just going to use no or not go. We'll just use la'ah for that. La'ah, not, or cannot. And I'm just going to use la'ah. And of course, I'm going to use go or to walk. So to go or to walk, because that's what it really is saying right there. To go or to walk. And that's halak. Halak. Okay? That's how that's translated. Halak. So far we have, they hunt our steps that we cannot go. Or tazawatma. Taza'ai nawa. Yalabnawa la'ahalak. You know, we're going to get this thing down packed here for long. Halak. That we can't even walk. We can't even go. All right, let's see. Ba. If you're online now, if you remember the, that is it's a preposition. Let's see if you remember what the, look through your notes, see what the preposition in, what word is that? What Hebrew word do you use for in? Or for that matter, what Hebrew word do you use for, well, yeah, no, not in the streets, in our streets. Salakia. Use our, sorry. Right here. There we go, that's better. Okay? If you remember, look through your notes, what preposition do we use for the word in? We'll give you guys a chance. Write that down for the word in. Look through your notes. There's a preposition that denotes and tells you the word in. What's the preposition? For the word in. So what we're looking for, how do you say in Hebrew? It's a preposition. It's written down in your notes, and you may have it, I don't know. If you don't, we'll give you 15 more seconds, guys. We're glad you can. Okay, let's see. She has ha. You close. You close, Aiden. Anybody else? But see if you can handle it. But it's not ha. We'll give you another chance to do it again. It's not ha. Ha would be the, Adrian. And some of the other. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, she got it. So it's actually, you're right. Exactly. It's ba. It's ba. Like if you say ba arataza, that means the earth or in earth. Okay, but ha is the. Ha arataza is the earth. But when you say ba, that means in. Ba is in. That's correct. So, but make sure you write those down in your notes right there that you have right on there on the board. Write ha and ba and correct those for your spelling there. Ha. Ha is the and ba is in. That's the prepositions for it. It's important to know these prepositions. If you want to write if, if is am, am. Okay? Am. If you want to write it, it's hawa'a. But we'll go over some of these. And of course, and let's see. Remember when I said of is shal. Okay? Just trying to give you a few. Remember that one? Okay. Or is al. You write or. There's A-W. All. Just trying to give you a few, class. Write those down in your notes. That's why it's good to have a pencil and paper, so you can write them down in your notes. But that was a good, heroic attempt right there. Okay, let's finish up. Our streets. How do we translate that? Okay, let's write down how do we do that. How do we translate our streets? Well, we want to say Rakab Nawa. We want to say, first of all, street is pronounced Ra, Ka, Ba. That's how you say street. Okay? And then actually, okay, sorry. Actually, really, it's streets with an S. It's plural, but you don't have to put a yam there because you have our, and our is plural. That makes sense? Okay? If that makes sense, just say so or you're good. Okay, so our is nawa. Remember? Our is nawa. Or we, us, we, nawa. Stuff like that. That is nawa. Those are your prepositional, not preposition, but possessive adjective that you use for the word our. So, we don't put nawa rakab. You always take it and turn it and put it on the end. Rakab nawa. Like this. Okay? And that's what they're doing to us. See? That's what they're doing to us. They hunt us down like dogs in the street. So we'll say it again. They hunt our steps. And of course, the end is near. Of course, the rest of the text is there. I'll read it for you again. Because like I said, I just did a little excerpt from there. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Of course, I didn't write that. I just kind of translated the first part of it. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our days are fulfilled. What days are fulfilled? Man, our slavery time is up. The Most High didn't come back here. And those chariots coming back here for I.S.U.P.K and a lot of us. My hope is, so let's do right. They hunt our steps. Streets would be a noun right here. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Our slavery is ending. Okay? It's ending. We still in it. Our slavery is ending. Okay? And who's doing all of this against us? Them devils. Who are the devils? Esau, Edom, aka white man. Simple as that. Shagayam. Plural. Devil. Shaga. With an S. Yum. Shagayam. Them devils. Hunt them down. Hunt us down. So let's say this again. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Taza wadma, taza'id nawa, yalak nawa, la'a halak. That means we cannot go to not go. It's understood. La'a halak. To walk or go. I just use halak because that's what it means to walk. The same, it's understood. In Hebrew, you're going to see a lot of things that's understood like that. Walk and go, that's how you do. You're walking, you're going. You're on the go. That's what we say, hey man, where you going? I'm on the go, bro. That's how you know this book is for us. To walk, to go, halak. In, the preposition is ba, as you said right there. Ba. Our streets. Instead of saying nawa right there, rakab nawa. That's what they're doing. Hunting us down. So we'll let you guys write that one down here. Give you a few more chances to a few more seconds there to write it down, so you'll see, so you'll be able to translate it out. Write it down and put it in your notes. Like I said, with I.S.U.P.K, start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up and are indeed the 12th tribe of Israel. We're not related to any Israelite group out there. Okay, we're not affiliated with them. If it's not under I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, started in 1969, you're not under the truth. Get in class. That's what we're doing today. Get in class. Get on this board right here. Call www.I.S.U.P.K. Get online. I am Officer Qadash Park. Started off here as a young man, trooper, and now I'm an officer of 50, teaching Lashawan Qadash. And that's what you need to do, brothers. Get in here, you know. Sisters, get in here, get your head covered. We'll talk about that a little later on as we get toward end of class. Troopers, we'll talk about how you wear all black. We'll talk about how to do that. And we'll let you guys write that down a little bit more as class move on. And then we'll write down a few more things about these devils and these murderers that's hunting us down in the street. That's why you don't need to be marching, you don't need to be voting. The solution is to join I.S.U.P.K. That's what you need to be doing. Set yourself apart. You know, set yourself apart from these devils. To set apart, you know, is Qadash, holy. That's what make yourself apart. Separate means badalka, mayan. We'll write that down on the board. The enemy. We'll write that down as soon as you guys get this. We'll if we have enough time here. I want you guys to finish writing that down. That's the translation for it. It'll be good to know. We'll say it again. They hunt. Tazal Watma. Our steps. Taza'id Nawa. That's PA is just prepositional. Possessive adjective. I'm sorry. Then that we Yalak Nawa. La'a Halak to walk or to go. In Ba Rakab Nawa, our streets. Okay? Not their streets, it's our streets. That's what the Most High said. Okay, we claim them while we're out there. But they hunting our steps down. We don't have a spirit of fear, we're getting out there. I.S.U.P.K is always on the corner of all these and the highways and byways of just about every hamlet, village, or city. That's what we're doing out here. We're preaching this gospel. Okay? So that's why I say join the I.S.U.P.K. Okay? All right, we'll erase this off the board here. We'll write down who's doing this to us. But just remember, that's what that is. That's part of Lamentations 4:18. They're hunting our steps down, man. Treating us like dogs. But we don't have to claim that. Our end is near. And they getting scared. That's why they hunting us down. They scared. What's the Most High? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, our God, Yahweh, our Father, Abanawa, is coming to avenge us. Okay? That's what he's going to do. That's his job. Salvation is for us. Salvation is for the Jews. Well, who are the Jews? We are, because we're more than Jews. We're 12 tribes. Gad, Reuben, Asher, all go. Just name it. We're 12 tribes. We got 12 of them. So let's put this down right here. They are devils. When we got that, so let's put it. We'll go ahead and add to this right here, since we got it down right here. They who are Edom are devils. So what do? We say a thumb. A thumb. That's how you say it. Not going to do a whole lot of translation right there. But once you got this word here, shagah, And Yom and Atham, just use your alphabet or your characters. Okay? Sorry, Atham. Use your characters and then just translate it. But we'll get to that. Atham, they are devils or deceivers. That's what the word means. Deceiver. Okay? And then they are murderers. We'll put this over here. They are murderers. Hunting us down in the street. We just tell them what they are. They are murderers. Make sure I spell that one right. Yeah. There we go. Oh, did I get that right? Murder. No, I get it right. E-R-S. Jesus. How many R's do I got in this thing here? Yeah, I guess that's right. Murderers. Hey, work with me. Murderers. They are murderers. Okay? And then we have their beast also. They are the beasts. They are beasts. Anybody that will hunt people down like that, cold-blooded, put their foot and their knee on our neck, gotta be a beast. Ain't no way out of it. Okay, let's translate this. Lashawan, Qadash. Let's translate this. They are a thumb. A thumb. Okay? A thumb. And so let's go ahead and translate it. We'll since we got a little bit of time here. Tha, and then So thumb. So it's independent connected, then you have to join the tha. I want to say T, it's not the. Looks like it though. You want to join the tha and the M together, and that's thumb. Thumb. Okay? And that says they are what? When you want to say murderers, you want to say, of course, you want to say, it is a male version, I believe. Let's see. A thumb, yeah. Male version, and it's possessive adjective. Right there. When you say a thumb, when you add it, a thumb, the AM on the end, a thumb, they are possessive adjective. There you go. A thumb at the end there. A thumb. Murderers. Okay, let's find out here what that is. When you want to say murderers, you want to say rata, rataza, ratazak, CH, yeah, CH, and then we got to say yam on the end, like we talked about before, because we want to make this plural, okay? We want to make it plural. So that S right there, plural. They are murderers. That's what they are. That's what Esau is. Right there. That's what he is. Make no mistake about it. Number one murder on this earth. Hunting us down. Okay? We want to translate that. We want to say Ra. See, we got enough room here? Yeah, maybe. We put beast down here a little bit, we can. Beast. to za. Ra to za. Then you have to write a ka right there. Then you have to have a za, yum. Then you have to have like that. So it's going to be ra. Yeah, there you go. Ra to za, yum. Just like that. Okay? They're a beast. Okay? They are beast. Let's write down what that is. That's a thumb. That's the male possessive adjective. Well, they are, they, like male, not this. This is all, it's a male. Masculine. A thumb. A thumb. Like when you say Barak a thumb, it's plural. They are. So we're saying a thumb. That's possessive adjective. Over here. That's what that is. At the end there, a thumb. It's just happen to be male. They are. And then who are? They are. Beasts. And beast is ba. Is baha. Is ba. Bama. Bama. Okay? So, it's Bama, and then you want to put Yam on the end. Because we're using this S here. And that's what? That's. Okay? You're saying the. When you're saying they are, you always use a thumb. They are in the masculine. Possessive adjective. On the end, you say they are, a thumb. Here you say they are, a thumb again. So I'm using it 3 times. I'm saying they are, they are, they are. Who are they are? Esau, Edom. Our oppressor. Pick a word. Oppressor. Okay? White man. You can say that too. And all the nations that's joined with him. They all joined together. Ammon, Japanese, Chinese, Moab, you name them. All of them have joined together in Psalms 83 to oppress us. They joined together. So when I say they, use all of them. But the main devils right there, Shagayim, is that deceiver? And that's Esau. Unmistakable. That's the one that's hunting us down the street. You see. Hunting who people? Hunting who down? Us, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's their job. That's the job they're given every day. When they get up and eat their bread, they'll lakam. What they want to do, say, let's go after some Nigers in the Bible. Let's go after some Nigers. And you do know what? They find us and they hunt us down. Give you guys a chance to write that one down. Let's see. Did I write? I'm not going to translate. They are beasts. I'm not going to. Yeah, we'll just. Well, let's see. We got time. We may have time here to write it down. Yeah. We'll have a little time. Let's see. No, I don't feel like writing it down. They are. I'll just sit here and explain this a little bit more. They took the time. They gave no regard for George Floyd's life. Put his knee on his neck. The man said he can't breathe. When you gonna let up? No regard. None whatsoever. Just hunting us down like we don't matter, and we don't matter to them. That's why this text, that's why the Most High putting it in here. So you'll know that this fit. And you'll be a fool to not be able to recognize who this deceiver is. Our gates language so bad, they don't even care. They don't even know. Some of them are blind guides. Blind. You know. And the ones that do know, and most of them do, you know, your TD Jakes, Creflo Dollars, and all of them, they know. They join with them, you know, no problem. And I don't see them hunting the Africans down in the street, because the Africans is not included. We're not us. They're not us. They're not included into being hunted down like these devils hunt us down. They are devils. Shagayam. You know, that's hunting us down. They are murderers. Atham Ratazak Yam. They are beasts. Atham Bamayam. Okay? And let's see. See what else we got here. Yeah. Okay. And they are devils, like we said before. We're going to wear out this word of thumb. They are, because we know who they are now. We've identified them. The Bible identifies them. You need to identify them. My Hebrew brothers and sisters, you need to identify them. You don't need to be waiting no longer. You need to separate from them. Separate from them. You know, set yourself apart. As a matter of fact, I think in Ezra 10 and 11, let's go there. I think it says separate yourself. Let's go to Ezra 10 and 11 here. We'll write that down. As you guys write that down here, let's go there. Lashawan, Qadash, that's what we're doing. Let's go there. Man, if I got room, I may have to transfer it. Ezra. What did I say? Ezra? Yeah, Ezra 10 and 11. Let's find out what that says right here. Let's see what that says. Ezra, there you go, 10. Let's see what it says. It says, now therefore make concession unto the Lord God our Father, the Most High of our fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Separate. Get away. Separate. Separate. And how do you separate? Get away from their churches. Get away from their mosques. Get away from their cathedrals. My 12 tribes of Israel brothers. Get away. Separate yourselves. You know, why? They got a perpetual hatred against us in Ezekiel 35 and 5. Perpetual hatred against us anyway. You might as well separate from them. Now's the time to do that. Set yourself apart. Badal Kamayan. Qadash wa Badal Kamayan. That's what it says. Set yourself apart. Get yourself away from them. Separate means badal. From the heathen. Okay? Who is the heathen? Ayabyam, the enemy. Esau, Sagat, Yum, the devil. Let that sink in here for a second. Separate. You want to know how to separate? You call the I.S.U.P.K. We'll tell you how to do that. Get in these classes. We'll get you on the move and on the groove to separating from these people. You know, separate. I mean, I understand you got to go to your job, but we all got it. But you need to separate yourself from these people so that, because you see that they hunt our steps, that we can't go on our streets. On your job, you're at the bus stop. What are they doing? Hunting our steps. You know, getting off the bus. What are they doing? Hunting our step. Going to make a paycheck to feed your family. What are they doing? Hunting our steps. You know, we preach out on the streets. What are they doing? They still hunting our steps. Cops come around, see what we're doing. We're doing the work of the Most High. But the fact still remain, they hunt our steps that we cannot go on our streets. Our end is near, man. The Most High, we are still slaves here in America. You better know it. Our oppressor Esau, he's doing that. He's the devil. He's a deceiver. He don't care nothing about you. So, know that he's a devil. Know that they are the beast. Know that they are ratazak. They are murderers. Know that they're bamayam. They are beasts. Know this. So we're just about done with class here. But you guys want to have anything that you want to write in and talk about? Say that. And know this. Know that that's what they're doing to us. Hunting us down. We've already had proof of it. And they still going to hunt us down more. You know, we already have proof of it. Mike Brown, George Floyd, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin. Our brothers and sisters at the borders. When's it going to stop? We sat there on national TV and watched the man murdered before our eyes. See? Murdered right there before our eyes. You know. We need to cancel out some things, man. We need to come together as an I.S.U.P.K, as a people under the 12 tribes and get into the I.S.U.P.K and cancel out this problem. That's how you do it, by separating. Once you see that, then you see the Most High come back and pick us up in those chariots, those 200 million chariots. You'll see it. Then you see those skies, and then people will run for fear. Why are they going to be running for fear? Because they got the spirit of fear. We ain't got it. His people going to be saying, lo, this is our God. This is our Yahweh. We waiting for him. You know, we watch the people hunt our steps so much. Even come now, Yahweh Shai. The Bible says, Lord Jesus, come now, Yahweh Shai. Come on back here. We're ready for you. But we can't do that till we come together as a people. We can't do that. So how are we going to stop these people from hunting us in the street? The Most High said, he don't want you to go out there shooting everybody. That's not what this is about. He wants you to obey the Lord's statutes and commandments. Okay? Get off the pork, shrimp, lobster, and crab. Okay? Women, put some clothes on. Teach your children how to obey their parents. Wives, for lack of better understanding, support your husband. Obedience. That's what it's basically saying. That's where a good household will run. When he see us doing this, it's going to be glorious. When he see us doing this, that's when they're going to stop hunting our steps then, because Muhammed's going to come back. And he's going to plead, say, release him, let him go. It's time. But we must first come together and keep the Lord's statutes and commandments so that we can be salvaged properly. That's who we are, waiting on our salvation. Salvation is of us, the Jews, the children of Israel. Okay? The northern and southern kingdom, that's who we are. It's for us. It's not for anybody else. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let it get it twisted. It's for us. Okay? Hope that you enjoyed a good class. If you enjoyed a good class, you can type it in the chat so we'll know what to do for next week. Next week, I think we're going to go over some more of the characters, and then we're going to do some more understanding of Lashawan Qadash as it relates to the Bible. And we'll talk about it because we need it as a people to understand that if somebody's hunting your steps down, and we'll use different texts as weeks go by, if they're hunting your steps down, man, you need to know this. Woman, you need to know this. Man, you need to know this. You know, Commanding General YAHANNA has given us the authority to go out there and preach in the streets. You know, all the officers, get out there and preach. Get out there and talk. Say it. Like James Brown said, say it loud. That's what we're doing. We're doing this because we have the correct leadership, in Commanding General YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K. We have an understanding of what we should be doing. We have orders to obey. So we're going to go to the security announcements here. See how much time we got. We got a little time here, but before we get to security announcement, next week we're going to go into some more Paleo and Assyrian. I think we'll go over to some more excerpts out of the Bible so we can write them and get the class fired up. Some understanding. We'll do a little vocabulary. We'll break down some more, like I said, vocabulary words. And we'll go over the dates, months, and years. And then we may do some of the 12 kingdoms. We'll go back to the nations and the kingdoms. I think that's what we'll do next week also. We'll tell you about how many nations are there. There are 18 different nations, and they're nations and kingdoms, of course, nations. And then the 12 tribes of Israel. We'll see you next week, and we'll do that. So what we're going to do is read the security announcements right now. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. Okay? Salakia. There is another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is a commandment. It's found in Numbers in the Bible, King James Version, 16 and 11, of course. That's what we use. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 and 10. 3, 8 and 10, 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. Okay? Asherah's 10th, of course. Of the 10th. Ma is of the 10th. Okay? 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, or the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. The priest fund, free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Okay, and of course, we missed the Passover, of course. Not so far. We missed the date of it, of course, because of the COVID. But the generals, Commander General YAHANNA and the generals, they're going to get there, I'm pretty sure, tell us what to do. So stay in tune. Stay in the I.S.U.P.K. Get a flyer. www.I.S.U.P.K. Go online and find out when the Passover that we're going to have it. Of course, the Passover is the 14th day of the first month. It was on Thursday, April 9th, 2020 at sundown, but of course that got moved back. Exodus 12th chapter, 1st through 51 verse. Leviticus 23, 4 and 5. 1 Corinthians 5, 7 and 8. The 2nd Chronicles 30 and 17. Of course, we have more feasts to come. That's, what is that? The Memorial Day of Blowing Trumpets is in September, of course. The Day of Atonement is in September. And the Feast of Tabernacles, of course, that's, let's see, is that, okay, yeah, that'll be good for that, okay? And the, of course, the end of the year Purim, but we're not there yet. But hope you guys enjoyed the Lashawan Qadash class, and we're going to end the class and say, come back next week, and for that we say,